bartender.
10, 9, 8, Bomb Wizard Reviews! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bomb Wizard Reviews. And today's review is possibly the worst thing I have ever reviewed.
Ooh.
That's right, we're doing Rocket Monkeys.
Ew. No, that movie sucks!
What is Rocket Monkeys? Well, Rocket Monkeys is a Canadian animated show, which means it's going to be horrendous, but also it aired on, Nicktoons. Not Nickelodeon, Nicktoons. See, Nickelodeon had, the popular shows, It had, SpongeBob, some other shows, but Nicktoons, that had, Sanjay and Craig on it. Yeah, and, Breadwinners, and Benson is a Beast. I was a Nickelodeon kind of guy when I was a youngin', But either way, it's like Disney XD, It's not as popular as the Disney Channel, and it never will be, because who uses cable nowadays, let's be honest. Alright, yeah, I'm done here. You can review Rocket Monkeys by yourself. I'm gonna go do something else. Bye. Oh man. Well, either way, let's get on with the review. So Rocket Monkeys stars 3 characters. First off is Gus. He's the brown monkey. Then there's Wally. He's like the yellow monkey. And then there's their robot helper, Yay-OK. He kinda tough, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm only gonna be covering 2 episodes today. And before we jump into it, let's start off with an immediate positive of the show. The intro slaps. Let me play it real quick.
10, 9, 8. Oh, Rocket Monkeys!
They're rocket monkeys, monkeys in space. They try to be heroes, but they're easy to replace. They're not the brightest, they're not the best. They're not the coolest, they also have that red. Rocket monkeys, rocket monkeys, rocket monkeys. Give them a mission, they'll do their best. But best is relative, don't you forget. Rocket monkeys.
Alright, and there goes 90% of the positives for the show. Now, the first episode is pretty titular. It introduces you to the 3 main characters, and they are tasked, in this episode, to go to an ice planet to get ice for their boss's, drink or something. I don't really care. But, midway, they get kidnapped by the evil Lord Banana Peel. I was watching this episode with a friend, and he said, I'm the brown monkey. He's the yellow monkey, and his brother, he was the evil Lord Banana Peel, because he was trying to ruin our fun. We were watching the show on the downstairs TV with the volume, really high. We weren't disrupting anyone. We were in the right, guys. Come on. But either way, the whole episode is just, the Rocket Monkeys goofing around and, torturing the banana guy. The banana guy, he has a really sad backstory. He had an office job, but then the Rocket Monkeys ruined it. Ugh, no. That's horrible. That is awful. But the Lord Banana Peel, or whatever his name is, he turned evil. So he seeks revenge against the Rocket Monkeys. And I assume he's, the main villain of the show, the plankton of the show, because, I don't know, he's a banana and monkeys like bananas. Oh, I know. Nobody knew that before. I was the first person to say that. And the episode ends with the Rocket Monkeys going to the ice planet and getting ice. Yeah, pretty boring first episode. Not much happened in it. It was a 4 out of 10. I don't know. I didn't get mad or anything at it. It was sort of meh. Never watching it again. But the next episode, I have a lot to say about. The next episode is called RoboGas, and I found this episode while scrolling on TikTok. Anyway, the episode starts with Gus the brown monkey in the shower, and he hears a squeaking sound, and he thinks it's a ghost. I know, scary, right guys? Scarier than the time Willard Foxy showed up and jump scared you all. What? You thought I was gonna play right now? No. What's the point? That's not how jump scares work. That's like if I was playing a horror game and in big red words said, "Warning, jump scare about to show up." That don't make no sense. That's silly. Anyway, on with the episode. Gus gets scared, so he tells Yay-OK, which is he's sort of like the straight man of this operation, yeah, and he's all I don't know, man, maybe it's a ghost. He sounds like that, by the way. I'm not just doing a bad voice. He sounds exactly like that. And then Wally gets scared too. So Gus and Wally, like, do some magician stuff to try and find out where their ghost is. But really, it's not a ghost. It's Yay-OK farting. I know, really good show I'm talking about. And, like, Yay-Ok's, like, nervous when, like, you know, he's, like, scared about his farts because when he was a young boy, his dad, he was, like, the master farter. His farts were so strong that... I can't... His farts were so strong that they could, like, destroy really big rocks. But when Yay-OK tried to fart, he, like, pooped instead of farting. It's not actual poop, no, the rest of the show has plenty of actual drawn poop. But it's like oil because he's a robot. He can fart but not poop, I hope, yeah, because that makes sense. So, Wally and Gus sing a song to cheer him up. Let me play the song real quick, it's really good.
Gorgonzillas go,
Smelly Rillas go.
two dogs are proper and proud.
Zoids are long and loud.
Even mom who says they're wrong.
Sometimes sings the butt slow.
No matter who you are, you can be a butt star.
After that totally amazing song, Yay-OK has the courage to face his father again and show him that he can fart really strong too. So, they go and meet his dad. His dad's like, "Oi, amigo, haha, your fart's still weak, haha." And Yay-Ok's like, "Yeah, let me show you a real fart." And he prepares to fart, but then he poops all over his dad. Again. So, yeah. 10 out of 10 story, but it's not over yet. Yay-OK tries to fart again, and it's so strong, he, like, destroys his dad's body and his head just falls right next to him. It's a cartoon. So, you know, his dad's, like, finally proud of him, and Yay-Ok's like, "Aha! I love the smell of robot gas in the morning. It smells like victory. And a bit of chimichangas," or something like that. And, like, Wally and Gus, they're, like, super dehydrated because of the fart power. It was so strong. Then they go on the rocket ship, and the day ends. Those are the only 2 episodes I've fully seen, but some of the clips are absolutely atrocious. There are only 2 things I can name that have straight up drawn feces in them. First is 8 Crazy Nights in the scene where Whitey gets, like, frozen in poop. And then in Rocket Monkeys, there's like 30 billion different poop things. Let me show you the most infamous clip that probably won't get me age restricted on YouTube. Let's clap.
Look at me. I'm the pantsless evil villain, Stain Boy. Watch me ruin your favorite chair. You're not gonna want to sit in this one again.
And then, after that episode, here, in the very next episode, there's more. There's more scat. Wow. Isn't Rocket Monkey such a high-quality show? Here, let's play the clip.
Test.
Poo-poo test.
Is it who can eat the most waffles test?
Poo-poo test.
Who has the most teeth test?
Poo-poo test.
Caterpillar imitation test?
Poo-poo test.
Most face test?
Poo-poo test.
Nobody forced me to do this review. I could have just not done it. But, you know, reviewing too many good things, you know? I just had to review some slop, you know? You know, it's just... I think we should cut to a cutaway gag, you know? This reminds me of the time when my pet dog got ran over by a car. Haha, I probably got you or something. I don't know, I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, Rocket Monkeys is not a good show. It is a 2 out of 10 show. The only reason why it's not a 1 out of 10 is because, you know, like, Yay-OK, he's a okay character, and I don't know. Watching slop with friends makes it a little better, you know? Yeah. I'm done with this review. Squavala, it's a short one, I don't care. Haha, I'm Hello Neighbor Guy. You should, like, listen to my instructions and stuff. After a week of hard thought, I figured out where the signal is coming from, BW2. Where is the signal coming from, then? After those really vague hints you gave me last episode, and the fact that the main villain hasn't showed up much, I have come to the conclusion that your signal is coming from Epstein's Island. Say what, banana peel drizzled with bro chocolate sauce with a bro cherry on top served at the bro Chacho Hotel. That was the least funny thing I have heard in my life, bro. Shut up. Well, let's get a move on. Time is of the essence here.
Breaking news! The bum wizard is spotted flying in the middle of the ocean. This is breaking news because he seems to be flying right towards a kraken attack on a cruise. Will he save it? Let's find out.
Alright, BW2, I was scrolling on TikTok and I found out there's a kraken attack. You wanna go save all those people? What? No, not really, bro. I could care less about those people. What? How can you not care about those innocent people? Maybe it's because you're not a hero, but I sacrificed myself for this entire world. We're saving them. Alright, Nostalgia Critic ripoff, let's go save those people, I guess. Alright, here's the tip, BW2. Since this isn't like an important fight or anything, I'm just gonna shoot a really big laser beam at the Kraken to kill it, okay? Huh? What do you mean by that? Oh my god. That was one attack. Krakens are some of the strongest creatures on this planet. How'd you do it? I visited Chernobyl one time and I found this beer next to some nuclear waste. So I drank the beer and then I suddenly became a really strong wizard. Also, coincidentally, right before that, I enrolled in 20 years of wizard school. Listen man, I don't think it was the radioactive beers that did that, I think it was the studying and hard work. Hard work and studying on this show? What are we, TLC? Holy crap, you're stupid. Yeah, stupidly strong. You haven't even seen my sober form yet, pal. What on earth is a sober form? Basically, if I don't drink alcohol for 3 days, I turn into a billion% stronger and stuff. You know, I'm canonically 866.666 billion times the speed of light. You know what? Tell me more about this. I'll listen very closely while we fly. And then, that happened, and then blah, 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 and 4.6 billion years later, we're here. Oh my, Bomus, look! It's the island! We found it! The island! My signal's getting stronger. I feel like Peter Griffin when he found the Fountain of Youth.
There it is, boys, the Fountain of Youth, just like I told you.
Ain't no way you just stole a clip from TikTok, bro. You didn't even make that joke. Whatever, man, I'm tired. Let's end the episode. To be continued or something. Blah, blah, blah.